Hello and welcome back to this series of tutorial videos on the Global Strength app. My name is Brian and I will step you through the nutrition plan setup. So last time we set up the initial onboarding, so from there we will reopen the app or just run through this if you have the app already open. We'll go into nutrition and you'll see an empty nutrition setup. So first thing we want to do is click on the little calculator at the bottom on the app bar, and we'll begin selecting the answers to some of these questions. So the first few are really to set your activity level and your goal. It's going to use the information you provided before, such as your age, your height, your weight, and if you entered body fat percentage, it will use that to calculate lean body mass, and these calculations will all be based off of that. Now, it is worth noting that these are just initial settings and will get you kind of in the right direction of the target, but as you check in, your daily or a couple times a week, your weight check-ins, those will adjust the calculations to be more accurate. So they'll use your more actual maintenance calories to readjust. So let's start here. So first off, the first box is general non-exercise activity. So do you have a job where you're up on your feet all day, in a factory or warehouse, or a desk job? I'm going to click moderate for myself, but those are the kinds of questions you want to ask for that section, is kind of your daily non-exercise activity. The next is exercise sessions. So how many sessions per week? For myself, I am doing about 4 or 5. So let's select that, but select this appropriate for yourself. And goal. So there's the 3 main goals here. So to lose fat or cut, maintain or bulk. So for myself, I will bulk, but as you see, if you click cut or bulk, you will have this weekly change amount that will appear, and in maintain, that goes to 0 and disappears. So what is that? You can select your range of how much weight you wish to gain and or lose per week. This will max out at the roughly 1% body weight per week. So this is based on my lean body mass. So 1% of my lean body mass is 1.57 pounds per week. Going beyond that, you do risk losing muscle. So that is why that is here. I'm going to back this off and go to roughly 1.0, and then you have diet type. So the recommendation on this will actually change depending on your activity level. So if you have high activity and you're doing quite a lot of workouts, it will give you a recommendation of low fat, which is also high carb, so that you can have those carbohydrates as energy in your workout. But this is completely adjustable. I can select whatever one of these I desire, and as you see in the bottom, that will adjust your target macros. So for me, I personally perform better on high carb, low fat, but there are certainly situations where you might want to just select balanced, reduced carb. Low carb is getting very close to keto, and you may perform better in that range too. So this is completely dependent on how you feel and what makes you feel good. They are all prioritizing protein, so you will see the protein is quite high on all of these. But for myself, again, I prefer high carb. And you will see your daily calorie recommendation in this situation, and you'll see at the bottom the recommended macros. Now, if you click on the recommended macros, you can come in and adjust. So I could make adjustments to the calories. I could make adjustments to the macro percentages. I'm going to keep it as is, so I'm just going to click off. And so that really is it for creating the initial strategy. So I'm going to save that. Now the next window will ask you, how many meals do you want to spread this across? I prefer 6, so I'll spread that across 6, and you can kind of see how it will distribute your meals and macros across the day, and then we will save. And now when we come back to the nutrition screen, you will see some information here. So, what is displayed? So across the top here, we've got calories, protein, carbs, fat, and what it's showing is how much is left for the day. If I click it again, it'll show how much I've consumed. So you can see I've not tracked anything yet, so there is nothing there to show. So I still have everything to track. So now, I've got my 6 meals. I can come in and name each of these meals. So if I want to call this, say, my pre-workout meal, I will save that, and now that has been named. I didn't actually hit the save button. Pre-workout, if I can type, and I will save that and go back. All right, now it's actually saved. So I've named that meal. I can name all the other 6. I will spare you the time and not do that. But now I can start tracking. So I come in, and let's say I had oatmeal. If I could only type. All right. So if I had oatmeal, actually I think it comes in as oats. So I'm going to have raw oats. Let's say I had 100 grams of raw oats. You can also see standard serving size, 81 grams. This will come across for you for many of the items in the database. Not everything has the standard serving. Now, if you want to use standard serving, you can click that and click how many and type in how many servings you wish to use. I personally track everything in grams. You could also track it in ounces if you would like. And you can see your basic macros and some micronutrient information down below when it's available. So let's say I wanted to track that, I would simply click add item, and now it's tracked. I don't have anything with me to scan, but there is also a barcode scanner, which you can scan packaging. So that is essentially the setup for creating your nutrition strategy and the process for tracking. More I'll show you in the next video, a bit more advanced features, and I will switch over to an account where I actually have meals tracked, and you can see how it looks. Thank you.